Welcome back to the social class, dear students. This is your third class of lesson 4 history, People's Revolt. So, yesterday we just concluded up to this, right? The Confederacy of Palekarars, right? Today we need to start from Fall of Panchalam Kurichi, page number 38. Major Bannerman moved his army to Panchalam Kurichi on 5th September. Okay, Major Bannerman, it's a name, right? He moved his army from Panchalam Kurichi on September 5th. They cut all the communications to the fort. So he disconnected all the communication to the fort. Fort means Kotai, right? In a clash of Kalarpatti, Siva Subramaniam was taken as a prisoner. So, in a clash of Kalarpatti, Siva Subramaniam, who was Siva Subramaniam, Kattabomman's minister, right? So, he was taken as a prisoner. Kattabomman escaped to Pudukkottai. Vijaya Raghunatha Thondaiman, Raja of Pudukkottai, captured Kattabomman from the jungles of Kalapur and handed over to the company. So, Vijaya Raghunatha Thondaiman. So, okay, he is the Raja of Pudukkottai. Okay, he captured Kattabomman from the jungle of Kalapur. Jungle is nothing but forest, right? From the forest of Kalapur, and he captured him. He handed over Kattabomman to the company, to the British people. Okay. After the fall of Panchalam Kurichi, Bannerman brought the prisoners to an assembly of the Palekarars and after trial sentenced them to death. So at the same time, all the prisoners, the Bannerman, what he did, he brought the prisoners to the assembly of the Palekarars and after the trial, he sentenced them to the death. Siva Subramanian was executed at Nagalapuram. So executed means hanged to death. Thukula podrathu. Okay, that is called as executed here. Okay, Siva Subramaniam was hanged to death. Okay, in which place? Nagalapuram. On the 16th October, Veerapandi Kattabomman was tried before an assembly of Palekarar summoned at Kayathar. Okay, he was assembled of the Palekarar before the government. Okay, he was summoned at the place called Kayathar. On 17th October 1799, Kattabomman was hanged at Kayathar. So the next day, okay, he was hanged. He was hanged to death in the place called Kayathar. Kattabomman's heroic deeds were the subject of many folk ballads which kept his memory alive among the people. So folk ballads is nothing but folk dance, folk song, okay, நாட்டுப்புற பாடல்கள், நாட்டுப்புற நடனங்கள், கதைகள், like that. Okay, next coming Velu Nachiyar. Velu Nachiyar was a queen of Sivagangai. So Velu Nachiyar, she was a queen of which place? Sivagangai. At the age of 16, she was married to Muthu Vaduganadhar, the Raja of Sivagangai. So at the age of 16 itself, Velu Nachiyar was married to Muthu Vaduganadhar. So who was Muthu Vaduganadhar? He was a king, Raja of Sivagangai, right? In the year 1772, the Nawab of Arcot and the British troops invaded Sivagangai. So in the year 1772, Nawab of Arcots and the British troops, they joined together and they invaded which place? Sivagangai. They killed Muthu Vaduganadhar in Kalayar Koil battle. So in the battle Kalayar Koil, they killed British and Nawab of Arcot. They killed Muthu Vaduganadhar. Who was Muthu Vaduganadhar? Husband of Velu Nachiyar. Velu Nachiyar escaped with her daughter Vellachi Nachiyar and lied under the protection of Gopala Nayakar and lived under the protection of Gopala Nayakar at Virupachi near Dindukal. So she got escaped along with her daughter. What's her daughter's name? Vellachi Nachiyar. Okay, and she went and stayed under the protection of whom? Gopala Nayakar. Okay, at Virupachi near Dindukkal. Next, during this period, she organized an army and employed her intelligent agents to find where the British store their ammunition. So, ammunition is nothing but weapons. Okay, during this period, she organized an army and she employed many intelligent uh, persons in it, and she started to find where the British have stored their weapons. Ammunition is nothing but what? Weapons. Got it? Ammunition means weapons. Okay, right. She arranged a suicide attack by a faithful follower, Kuili, a commander of Velu Nachiyar. So she was arranged a suicide attack by a faithful follower, Kuili. Kuili was Velu Nachiyar's faithful follower. Okay. She recaptured Sivagangai and was again crowned as queen with the help of Marudu brothers. So she recaptured Sivagangai because British people and Nawab of Arcot, they came and they captured Sivagangai and they killed her husband, isn't it? So she recaptured the same place and she was crowned as the queen with the help of whom? Marudu brothers. Okay. She was the first queen to fight against the British colonial power in India. She was the first queen, okay, who was who stood against the British colonial power in India. She is known by Tamils as Veeramangai and also known as Jhansi Rani of South India. She was otherwise called as Veeramangai and she was well known as what? Jhansi Rani of South India. Okay, next. This is the picture of Velu Nachiyar which is given in your book, page number 38. Next, coming to Marudu brothers. Marudu brothers were the sons of Mukkaya Palaniyappan and Ponnathal. So Marudu brothers' parents' name was Mukkaya Palaniyappan and Ponnathal. Got it? So here they are given. The elder brother was called Periya Marudu, Vella Marudu. Okay. The elder brother was called what? Periya Marudu. So otherwise they call him as Vella Marudu. And the younger brother Chinna Marudu. Okay. Chinna Marudu was more popular and was called Marudu Pandian. So the younger one was more popular when compared to the elder one. So he was called as what? Marudu Pandian. Chinna Marudu served under Muthu Vadugunatha Periya Udaya Devar. So he served under Muthu Vadugunatha Periya Udaya Devar in the year 1750 to 1772 of Sivaganga. In the year 1772, the Nawab of Arcot laid siege of Sivaganga and captured it. So siege is nothing but அந்த இடத்த வந்து முற்றுகையிடுறது, to focus towards that place in order to capture. Okay. Okay, in the year 1772, the Nawab of Arcot laid siege of Sivaganga and captured it. Muthu Vadugunatha Periya Udaya Devar died in battle. However, after a few months, Sivaganga was recaptured by Marudu brothers and Periya Marudu was enthroned as the ruler. So after a few months, Sivaganga was recaptured by whom? Marudu brothers. So both the brothers, Vella Marudu and Chinna Marudu. Okay. And Periya Marudu was enthroned as the ruler. The elder one was enthroned as the ruler. Chinna Marudu acted as his advisor. Due to the terrorist activities against British, he was called as Lion of Sivaganga. So he was called as what? Lion of Sivaganga. In the later half of the 18th century, the rebellion against the British was carried by Marudu brothers in South India. Okay. Next. Causes for the conflict. Kattabomman was hanged to death and his brother Umaithurai and others fled to Sivaganga, where Marudupandya gave protection to them. So Kattabomman, after the Kattabomman's death, hanged to death, his brother Umaithurai and others, they fled to which place? Sivaganga, where Marudupandya gave protection to them. To whom? Umaithurai, right? The merchants of Sivaganga did not like the interference of the company in their internal politics. The company waged war against Sivaganga for these two causes. The South Indian Rebellion 1800 to 1801. In February 1801, the brothers of Kattabomman, Umathurai and Sevathaiya escaped from Palayam Kottai prison and reached Kamudi. Kamudi is a place, okay, in the year 1801 February. The brothers of Kattabomman, who were they? Umathurai and Sevathaiya. Okay, they both escaped from Palayam Kottai prison. Okay, and they reached which place? Kamudi. Chinnamarudu took them to Siruvayal, his capital. Chinnamarudu, he helped them and he took them to his capital called Siruvayal. They reconstructed their ancestral fort at Panchalam Kuruchi. So they reconstructed their ancestral Panchalam Kuruchi. Okay. The British troops under Colin Macaulay retook the fort in April and the Palekarar brothers sought shelter in Sivaganga. The English demanded Marudupandya's to hand over the fugitives. So fugitives is nothing but one who escaped from police is called as fugitives. Okay. The letter refused. Colonel Agnew and Colonel Innes marched against them. The Palekarar war assumed a much broader character than its predecessor. So predecessor is ancestors are called as predecessor. Okay. And otherwise in Tamil we could say Munnodi. Right. It was directed by a confederacy consisting of Marudupandya of Sivaganga, Gopala Nayak of Dindukal, Kerala Varma of Malabar and Krishnappa Nayak and Dundaji of Mysore. The English declared war against the confederacy. So this is the picture of Dundaji of Mysore. Next, Tiruchirappalli Proclamation in 1801. The Marudu Pandyas issued a proclamation of independence called Tiruchirappalli Proclamation in the year 1801 June. The proclamation of 1801 was first call to the Indians to unite against the British. A copy of the proclamation was pasted on the walls of the Nawab's palace in the fort of Tiruchi and another copy was placed on the walls of Vaishnava temple at Srirangam. So Marudupandiyas, what they did, they issued a proclamation of independence. Okay, proclamation already I have told you in the last class. It's an official announcement dealing with the matter. Okay, by giving it a great importance. That is called as proclamation. Okay, they made it as a proclamation of independence. That was called as what? Tiruchirappalli Proclamation, as we saw in the last class, right? This happened in the year 1801 June. The proclamation of 1801 was the first call to the Indians. They, in order to unite against the British people, they wanted to gather as a group and they will be against the British people. Okay, a copy of the proclamation was pasted on the walls of the Nawab's palace. So they took a proclamation and they pasted a copy on the Nawab fort. So on the wall of the Nawab fort, okay, on a palace, Nawab's palace in the fort of Tiruchi, and another copy was pasted on the walls of Vaishnava temple at Srirangam. Thus, Marudu brothers spread the spirit of opposition against the English everywhere. So wherever they went, they stood against the British people, English people. Okay. As a result, many Palakarars of Tamil Nadu were on a rally to fight against the English. So many Palakarars, they stood against British people and they went on a rally, okay, against the English people. Chinnamarudu collected nearly 20,000 men to challenge the English army. So Chinnamarudu, he gathered 20,000 men in order to stand against the English army. Okay, British reinforcements were rushed from Bengal, Ceylon and Malaya, that is Malaysia. The British reinforced were rushed from Bengal, Ceylon and Malaysia. The Rajas of Pudukottai, Ettayapuram and Tanjavur stood by the British. So these places, Pudukottai, Ettayapuram and Tanjavur Rajas, kings, they stood near the British people. Divide and rule policy followed by the English split the forces of the Palaikars. So this is the picture of Vaishnava temple of Srirangam. Next, coming to English annexed Sivagangai. In May 1801, English attacked the rebels in Tanjavur and Tiruchi areas. The rebels went to Piranmalai and Kalayar Koil. They were again defeated by the forces of the English. In the end, the superior military strength and the able commanders of the British army won the battle. The rebellion failed and English annexed Sivagangai in the year 1801. The Marudu brothers were executed at the fort of Tirupattur in Ramanathapuram district on 24th October 1801. Umathurai and Savathaiya was captured and beheaded. So beheaded is nothing but separation of the head from the body is called as what? Beheaded. Thalaiya thunda vetradhu. Okay va? That is called as beheaded. Okay, they were beheaded. Umathurai and Savathaiya, they were captured and they were beheaded at Panchalamkuruchi on 16th November 1801. Okay, 73 rebels were sentenced to Penang in Malaysia. Okay, then called the Prince of Wales Islands. Though they fell before the English, they were the pioneers in sowing the seeds of nationalism in the land of Tamil. Thus, the South Indian rebellions as a landmark in the history of Tamil Nadu. Although the 1800 to 1801 rebellion was to be categorized in the British records as the Second Palaikar War. Under the terms of the Karnataka Treaty on 31st July 1801, the British assumed direct control over Tamil Nadu. Okay, Palaikar system was abolished. Okay, children, up to this we shall stop. Next class we shall start from Dheeran Chinnamalai. Thank you and take care.